Welcome back. So, a lot of the comments that we get from busy parents in terms of the people who want to lose weight, gain muscle, whatever that goal may be, is I'm just struggling to find time. And I totally get that because we have two small kids. When one's not screaming, the other one is probably getting into something he shouldn't have. We are always running around on top of, I want to succeed in my career. I want to live a healthy life. I want to be a good spouse. Like there's all these things that you're juggling. And many times that health is the thing that falls further and further down the priority list. So what I want to talk through today in this video is how can you maximize your time? How can you be efficient with your time in a way that actually creates more time? And that's how we're able to help so many people out is we want to maximize their time, be as efficient as we can with that time to live a healthy life while not sacrificing time with family, not sacrificing time at work, whatever that may be. So the first tip I have is find a plan that fits for your life. There's a big difference between I found a plan that fits perfectly with my life or I'm revising my life to fit into this plan. And I am 100% guilty of this. Over the past 3 to 4 months, I've been itching to jump into a race. So a year and a half ago, I did this like half Ironman. I loved like being into races because it's a goal for me to shoot for. And I didn't have anything last year and I felt kind of lost. So I found a half marathon. It was in November. By the time I really realized that I needed this race to do, it was about 6 weeks away, and I knew I wasn't prepared for a race 6 weeks from now. So I didn't join. But I found one in late February. So I thought, hey, I have 13, 15, whatever weeks it is to get ready for this half marathon. And I am 100% sure in 15 weeks I can get ready for it. Well, in December and January, I don't know if I've been consistent with a single week throughout that entire 8 weeks, 10 weeks, whatever we're in now, of working out in the plan to make sure that I'm ready for that half marathon in February because I still want to push my strength levels. I still want to have the business. I still want to be a good dad. I still want to do all these things. So I tried to assess this is the plan I want to help me be successful, but didn't fit into my life. What I'm noticing now is I'm probably can only run 2 to 3 days a week because I have these other things that are higher on my priority list. And that's okay. But that also means the race I should be looking for is probably in April, not in February, because of where my schedule is at. That's the first thing that I would suggest is at your busiest time. What does your schedule look like? What can you do consistently with a somewhat busy schedule and not the in a perfect week, I'd be able to do this. So, what is a schedule that actually works for you? That's the first tip I would give. The second tip is just make it easy. We're sitting here in our home gym, and I know not everyone's going to kind of build out and deck out their garage into a home gym, but finding a few dumbbells has made it super easy for me to get in a workout. The closest gym around here is probably a 20-minute drive. So I have the 20-minute drive and I'm probably packing my bags for this 20 minutes. So let's just factor in 5, 10 minutes there. 20-minute drive, let's say half hour, 40-minute workout, another 20-minute drive. The shower, if I'm showering there, that's probably another 10 minutes in there. That's like an hour, 15, hour and a half of just the entire just experience of going to a gym. And if that's your only option, I understand that, but that is a method that adds time, which many times adds stress to your life. So you're looking at that through the lens of how can I make this simple? Another thing that we do is meal prep. And I hear from people like, oh man, if I had time to meal prep, that'd make things so much easier. If you don't have time to meal prep, you need to start meal prepping because it is literally a time saver. Only reason it's not that I love meal prep food. I'd rather it be fresh every single day, but I just don't got that time. I just don't have it. So I spend an hour cooking 2 pounds of meat, rice, beans, sweet potatoes. I'll cut up some veggies. I'll buy frozen vegetables just to have everything in place because when I need lunch, it's 5 minutes, throw something in the microwave, because it's all base elements, I just start like, well, I'm going to do some rice, I make like a Chipotle bowl with the ingredients I already have. And it takes 5 minutes as opposed to trying to recreate the wheel every single day. So because I meal prep, I save hours a week. And again, these simple things that you can do to save time is what allows you to have more time, which reduces stress, and that allows you to incorporate more healthy habits. The third thing is assess your environment because there's so many things that are strains on your willpower. We have M&Ms in this closet that Brittany's going to use for some visual metaphor, whatever she's using it for. The amount of willpower that I'm trying to have, knowing that they're there, is just like I had something spicy for lunch. You know what works, right? It worked really well after something spicy, something sweet. You got to balance it out. And I know those M&Ms are in there, and she's just tempting me with them. But we have to save them for her visual metaphor video. It's killing me. So those are the things that if it's in the house, either you or someone you love will probably eat it. And I hear often, well, it's there for my kids, it's there for my my partner, whatever it is. Having something in the house that's for the family like that is probably preventing a lot of people from reaching their health goals. So it's something to consider. Creating an environment that helps you de-stress. We have a walking pad. So when I'm really busy at work and I'm not able to get outside, I can still get some steps. Maybe it's a little bit too cold outside. I'm still able to get some steps in. There's a lot of things that we can do to make our lives a lot easier that are just environmental things. Looking at your phone, shutting down all notifications 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. I have a Kindle and a journal sitting on my nightstand, and it's there because I want to read a little bit. I like to jot things down in the middle of the night because I know if I get my phone to jot things down, I go into work mode. My brain goes right back into let's get things done. Let's maximize this time. And then I don't sleep. I don't sleep. That cycle of my workouts aren't as good, and when my workouts aren't good and I didn't sleep well, I want to eat more. All these things are just it's a domino effect on healthy habits that was just a product of my phone's right next to my bed and I thought of something. So I have my journal. I can write stuff down. I have all these D's. I can write stuff down. What is the intended action that I want in that scenario? It's to go to sleep eventually. So those are the things that you can start looking at your environment. How can you shape your environment to help make it easier, like to make the healthy task the default task, which is why things like having dumbbells in your garage in case you need a 10 to 15-minute workout, doing meal prep that makes these things simple, which goes back to that first point of I have a plan that fits my life. And if it's simple, I'm more consistent with it, which then helps create more time. I have more energy with my kids. I'm in a better mood. All the things that we want is a result of having a plan that fits into your life, making it simple with simple actions, and then curating an environment that help us default into the successful action that we want to be. And these are the things we talk through week in, week out with our clients is how can we make this easier on you? Because when it's easy and simple, that's when you default into that action that you want in your life, which is the healthier action. And again, everything we talked about does not take more time. It actually is saving you time. If you're saying, man, I just don't have that kind of time, this was the video for you. Take these actions. And if you're ever curious on how to take these actions or how to implement some of this, we have a faster fat loss time saving tip booklet. It's like 20 pages of just nonstop workouts, tips, things you can do at the office, things you can do at home. We try to think of absolutely everything to help you see the success you want to see and save time doing it. You will save at a minimum 6 hours a week in your week just utilizing these tips in the freebie below. Put the link below. If you have any questions, please reach out.